Well, let me tell you something, brother. It's that time of the week where we get on Reddit and see what Tennessee Titans fans are saying about the state of the organization. Training Camp Edition. We are going to be on the Two Tone Talk Reddit page today. There's a link to it in the video description below. Go over there and leave your questions, comments, memes, whatever, and it will get featured on this segment next week. You can rest assured of that. Today, we are checking out some posts on that Two-Tone Talk page, and we're starting with a doozy. This user said, bold prediction for 2025, Cam Ward will lead the Titans to more wins than the Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals. So, I mean, as far as the Bengals are concerned, I mean, they underperformed last year. I think the Bengals' best days could be behind them. But, I mean, Burrow, Higgins, Chase, they could still be dangerous. I think if the Bengals were to underperform again, if they were to underperform like they did last year and be worse than people think, and the Titans, you know, are able to exceed expectations by a little bit, yeah, I mean, I guess it's not the most far-fetched thing. If you're asking for my bold prediction for 2025, I will say that Femi Oladejo leads the team in sacks. I don't know if that's a bold prediction or not. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Femi Oladejo leads the team in sacks. Again, I don't know if that's a bold prediction or not. This user said, Titans fan package. I work at a restaurant in Green Bay, and the night before the draft, some Titans staff came in. I still am not sure who they were, but it was a table of 5, and I talked to them about how much of a fan I am. They sent me a fan package with a ton of free stuff in it. I asked them who they were drafting. They told me it was Shedeur, jokingly, before telling me they were picking Ward. So let's just take a look here. I mean, look at this. You got all this for free? Lucky you. Right place, right time. So, and assuming, I guess you're saying this was before the draft. You asked them who they were drafting. They laughed, said Shedeur. And then they actually told you who they were drafting. You had the inside scoop on who the time. I'm pretty sure we all had it by the time draft night got here. But wow, what a cool thing. You got all of that for free? You want to talk about right place, right time. Good for you. My goodness gracious. Let's move on to the next post. As this user says, things that can swing in our favor. To start, I don't think this team is going to be world beaters, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're still rebuilding, and I think after the year, there's going to be a lot to be excited about. That being said, I still believe there's a real chance the Titans follow suit with what the Texans and Commanders have done and explode out of nowhere. Remember, the Texans and Commanders were straight garbage the year before their pop-off, in which they finished with winning only a few games prior, just like us right now. Now to the question. In order for that to happen, other than Cam Ward having a C.J. Stroud or Jaden Daniels type season, what else do you think would have to swing in the Titans' favor to have a season like the 23 Texans and the 24 Commanders? Well, a few things. I think the first thing I would say is that their pass rush has got to be much better than expected. I just mentioned that my bold prediction was that Femi Oladejo would lead the team in sacks, but regardless of who leads the team in sacks, you need edge rushers that are much better than you think they're going to be. You need Arden Key to have a year that's unlike anything you could possibly expect. You need Femi Oladejo. You need that second-round pick to hit really, really nicely. You need to be able to get to the end of the year and be like, we nailed it with Femi Oladejo. But even beyond that, I mean, you need Draymond Jones to give you pass rush that's better than what you're expecting. You need somebody to emerge as a pass rusher on the edge that you're not expecting, and then have Simmons and Sweat really hold it down in the middle. Because I think the Eagles proved last year how important it is to have a pass rush. The Titans are going to have to get it from somewhere. You cannot let opposing quarterbacks stand back there all day and do whatever they want. If you're not able to get to the quarterback, you can forget it. So I think that would be the first thing that comes to mind. Obviously, the offensive line play is going to have to be better than it's been in years for the Titans as well. But from your mouth to God's ears, I hope that the Titans can recreate what the Texans did 2 years ago and what the Commanders did last year, going from zero to hero. That's a picture of Blaine Bishop. I don't know why this picture of Blaine Bishop is on here, but I'm fine with it as they talk about the next NFL expansion. I hope that y'all think or agree on this topic for the next NFL expansion. So I have this thought on the next NFL expansion that they will do division realignment. And this is one of the division that I think will be on the comeback. The AFC Central. Titans, Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, Browns. Change the Jaguars with the Lions or Bears since they are more in that region than the Jaguars are. Do y'all think that the AFC Central will make a comeback in the NFL expansion? I mean, I hope not. I don't want to play the Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Lions, and Bears every year. I'd rather stick with the Colts, Jags, and Texans, if I'm being honest with you. Is the NFL looking to do an expansion? Now, I have always thought, if you're talking about regional, which I don't think they really concentrate on region very much, but if you were concentrating on region, why would the Falcons and the Titans not be in the same division? I don't know. I mean, I know they're in the NFC South. Either way, I don't want to be in a division with Baltimore and Cincinnati. That just seems like a much harder situation than just being in a division that's usually always bad with Houston, Jacksonville, and Indianapolis. I'll take my chances sticking with the AFC South than doing that. Okay, now this was a long post. Reasons for hope in 25 and 26. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will give you the Cliff Notes version. This user pretty much talked about how they went back and watched the Titans-Texans game from last season that the Titans won, and some things stuck out to them. The quarterback play in this first paragraph right here that they talked about. You can pause it and read that if you want. They talked about how Levis really didn't play that well, but this was probably his best game of the season. And they come to the conclusion that if Cam Ward is just adequate in his rookie year, that could be enough to significantly improve what we got at the QB position last year. And I agree. Even an average Cam Ward could maybe still be better than what we got last year. And then they discussed the special teams and how bad the special teams were in that Houston game, as well as really the entire season. We've got better coaches for special teams, hopefully better players as well. That could swing the results in a couple of games. I agree with that as well. Another reason for hope, they mentioned Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley having sneaky good seasons last year, despite how bad the offense was around him. With a better infrastructure, they could surprise the league with decent performances. There are still deficiencies on the team for sure, and I don't expect a Washington Commanders level of performance, but I do think that with some of the corrections they've made, the team can really surprise some people and be a lot better than most expect. QB play and special teams were really bad last year. Improvement to those areas could significantly improve the team going forward. Yes, I think that the first thing that has to improve is quarterback play. It's the most important thing on any team. You cannot have the type of quarterback play the Titans had last year and expect to win. You can't have a quarterback underhanding the ball and shoveling the ball out there and throwing the ball to the other team as much as Will did, and then Mason Rudolph even, just kind of just a guy back there. You can't have that and expect to win, and that's why I'm glad the Titans took Cam Ward with the first overall pick, because that was their way of saying, yeah, there are other things that need to be fixed, but until we fix that, nothing else matters. I like the message that sends. Special teams, you're absolutely right. It actively cost the Titans games last year. I am encouraged by the fact that they at least acknowledged it and got a new special teams coach, and they are able to at least see special teams was awful and it needs to be fixed. Other than that, I don't think you can sleep on how bad the pass rush was last year. I mean, I think about the end of the Patriots game when Drake May made that play for the touchdown on the last play of regulation, because the Titans just couldn't get anywhere near him. He had all day to find somebody. The secondary didn't have a chance of covering for 5 minutes, So that's another thing. I mentioned it a little bit ago. It's going to have to be fixed. You're going to need Femi Oladejo and Arden Key and those guys to just play extremely well. But yeah, I think the margin for error is razor thin in the NFL. And you know what? If the Titans are able to clean up special teams and get better quarterback play, and maybe their pass rush can be a little bit better, you never know the result that can have. This user said, Will Levis appreciation post. I mean, that's fine. You can appreciate him. I've said before, I don't think that Will Levis came in and gave bad effort. I think Will Levis wanted to be great. I think that Will Levis wanted to be the guy. It just didn't work out, man. It didn't work out for whatever reason. Sometimes you give it your best shot and it still doesn't work out. So I don't have any personal problems with him. I think the fan base rallied around him, and that's why I think people have a hard time letting go sometimes. I will say with him announcing that he's having emergency shoulder surgery, season ending, it's interesting to me to see the reaction to that because some people take it personally. They think that Will Levis, it's a slap in the face to the Titans. I don't really think I don't think he meant anything personal by it. I think he just saw the handwriting on the wall that he wasn't going to get any meaningful playing time this year, most likely, and he decided to get his shoulder in better shape. I don't know why he waited till July. But with Will Levis being out, it opens the door for people to throw out some crazy suggestions on who the Titans should get to replace him. I don't think the Titans are going to get anybody to replace him. I think Brandon Allen's going to be QB2, and that's going to be that. But somebody posted this. What would you guys think if let the man retire? Let the man enjoy retirement, okay? Why are we doing this? Why are we acting like Ryan Tannehill is a viable option to come back and be a backup quarterback for the Tennessee Titans? It's not. Come on, guys. The guy's retired. He's with his wife and his children enjoying retirement, probably on a boat on a lake somewhere. Just let him enjoy it. Why do we have to throw out this option every single time somebody gets hurt at the quarterback position? Everybody wants Tannehill to come back. Let the past be the past. Leave the memories alone. Okay. QB2 job is Brandon Allen's. You can like that, you can not like that, but we're not going to go sign Ryan Tannehill. Good Lord. That's it for the Reddit segment this week. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Go check out the Reddit page. I'll see you on this segment next week. And what you gonna do when the Tennessee Titans run wild on you? R.I.P. Hulkster. Bye.